Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Tuesday. It was a cold, rainy night in old Indianapolis. The thunder was roaring. The rain was coming down, and everybody was scared. There was a serial killer on the loose. His name was Drop It. How are you guys doing today? Okay, I feel like I have been going all day today. Well, because I have been going all day today, and I feel like I have filmed yesterday, between yesterday and today, I filmed 8 videos yesterday. Today, this is my 6th video. I filmed 14 videos in 2 days. Do you know I could not snap until I came out? People didn't really used to believe that was a real story, but no, it is truly. Don't call me Truly Brown. It's a true story. I couldn't snap until I came out. People used to like teach me all the time. I can't whistle either. Can I tell you how many times my husband has tried to teach me how to whistle? You know what else I can't do? That Alyssa Edwards. And that is Alyssa's secret. I can't do that thing either. My husband can do it. The tongue pop, I can't do the tongue pop. And I can't whistle. I can do this though. What does that mean? Oh, and I can do this thing too where you make your hands look like real weird, like bony, like skeletons. But no, like when I was growing up and stuff like that, I could never snap. I was always real embarrassed of it. Because you know, like the kids were always, like they could snap so loud and stuff like that. And I couldn't snap. Forever, I could not snap. People would teach me. I mean, I can remember people being like, you put it together like this, and I just go, it just never would happen. And it was so weird. I was like out with my friends. It was literally like right after I'd come out. I remember my friend that passed away this summer, it was right after I met him. Because he said something about, we were like in the car, and he said something about, I think we were smoking a doobie. Because I can remember I was like high, and I was... And I just was like mesmerized. And he was like, girl, you can't smoke, or you can't snap your fingers. I was like, no, I've never been able to snap my fingers. But I didn't do that. I was just like, no, I've never. He goes, you seriously can't. He goes, I don't believe you. And I went like this, and I was like, no, true story. But I still can't, like, some people can. My mom, oh my God, her snap was so loud. Like, if she snapped, and you did not want my mother to snap and point at you. My snap still isn't real loud. Snap, pop, crackle, and pop. I wish it was, though. I never know what I'm going to talk about when I come out here. It's already started off to be a real weird vlog. And I have to tell you, it's like soaking wet over here. That chair's fine, but I have to sit over here because it's so dark, right? Do you guys want to see the rainy night? The rainy night. Which means, do you see? It's all wet over here around me and everything. Which means that the dogs do not like to go out in the rain. It's kind of weird, like it changes every single time. Like at first, Walter, he didn't really mind the rain. Walter, okay, here's the thing. Walter doesn't mind the rain, but he doesn't want to go potty in the rain. Otis, like, hates the rain. But he'll like jump down into the mulch and then he'll pee and then he'll like come back up. Like he knows why we're out here. Walter's just like, what are we doing out here? What's going on? Poor Walter is so like me. Like you want to talk about distraction. Like I talked about that book that my mom had. I thought that was an ambulance or somebody backing out of their car or their driveway. Oh, I can smell this coffee. This is butter pecan. I don't know what brand it is. I had a cup of coffee earlier while I was uploading my videos. The rain and the ASMR, I call ASMR, smells like somebody's grilling out. Who'd be grilling out in a rainstorm, though? Snow, thunderstorms, it's supposed to be in the 60s later this week. This weather in Indiana is crazy. No, true story it is. And don't call me Truly Brown. Look at all these sticks I have piled up over here. You know what I didn't bring out was a lighter for my candles. Like, I got 4 sticks. Walter will be so jealous of me right now with my 4 sticks. Anyway, what was I saying? Shoot, now I don't remember. Snapping. This video's been so weird already. The rainstorm. Oh, the weather. I don't know what I was saying. But I've been going all day today. Well, I slept in a little bit. Well, here was the thing. So, I've been going all day today. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my vlog, and then when I get done with my vlog and it's rendered, I'm not gonna take a walk tonight. I mean, it's like pouring down rain. It's been thundering and stuff like that. The babies were crying upstairs. I was putting up videos downstairs, and it's Walter that cries. Oh, that's what I was talking about, the dogs outside. Yeah, Walter doesn't really get it with like the rain and the snow. Like, he likes to come out in it, but he doesn't really understand that, like, okay, this still means you have to potty. Oh, driven to distraction, that was what I was gonna say. We're like outside. It is so quiet. And then, like, if a leaf blows, like, he'll start to, like, Walter will start to, like, go potty. And then there will be, like, a leaf that blows across the driveway. And he's like, or if he hears a dog bark 5 miles away, he's like, he is so distracted all the time. He's, like, looking like this constantly. Like, is there somebody out there? Like, what's going on? He is so distracted. He is so, like, Walter is me. He is my dog. Like, he just, Otis is not bothered. He comes right over here. He's like, and if I try to pull him out into the rain, I usually, like, when it rains like this, Walter will come over and he like kind of look, or Otis will come over and he looks like for a second, and then he'll like jump down, he'll pee, and then I put him back inside, and then I stand out here with Walter. I put on my coat that has a hood on it because it's like pouring down rain, and Walter just wants to stand out there, and then I have to towel dry him off and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, that's what I was talking about with the dogs. So they don't love it. But anyway, it was thundering. It was like thundering real loud and lightning and stuff, and I always think of like when it thunders like that and then the lightning follows it, I always think of the movie Poltergeist, which I've been thinking about watching the original and doing a reaction to. I'm like, maybe I'll watch that tonight. I've been wanting to watch, like, I love all the Poltergeist. So maybe I'll watch Poltergeist 1, 2, and 3. I've got to finish all the Oscar movies, but I don't really feel like it tonight. No, true story, I don't. And I have to be up tomorrow at like 9 in the morning for a hair appointment. That's what I was going to say. So usually what happens is I get done with my vlog, and then I'm like, okay, now I can take my walk, and it's like, I can relax. Like, everything's done for the night. Like, when the vlog is done and it's rendered is when I feel like, like, while it's uploading and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, everything's done for the day, right? Like, this is my time. It's like when you clock out, you know what I mean? Like, and I mean, I have fun filming my videos, but, like, that's the time when I'm like, I don't throughout the day, like, very often, like, I'll take the dogs outside, and I'll talk to the neighbors and stuff like that, but very rarely, like, do I, like, between a video, sit down and read a chapter of a book. Like, if I'm uploading videos, I'll have a book over there sometimes while I'm reading, but very rarely, like, I don't put a TV show, I don't know what people think, but I don't, like, put a TV show in the middle of the day and just watch it, like, in between videos. Like I started at, like, I think I started today at, like, 12:45. When I start filming, like, I do not stop until, like, the vlog is rendered and it starts uploading. When that happens, that's when I go do, like, I go on my walk, I eat dinner, I take a shower, and then when it's done uploading, I post it, because that part's easy. And before I even upload it, I already make my thumbnail for the vlog, so that part's really easy. That's when I kind of see the end of it. So, right now, little time and temperature check, it is currently 7:10 p.m., which means I'll get done with this about 8 o'clock, right? So from like 1 to 8, like, I have nonstop been filming. I did a bunch of cameos today too, because I had gotten behind on some cameos. I've like nonstop for like 7 hours just been talking. By the end, I can kind of tell in my throat. It doesn't really bother me so much with my vlog, because I think, like, I talk a little bit slower on my vlog than I do in my other videos. But one of the last videos that I did today was I reviewed these Little Debbie Easter basket cakes, and I could tell, like, when I was doing the review, I was like, I'm starting to lose my voice. Also, I don't think it's me sitting up straight in the bed that hurts my back. I think it's this white chair that I have for the computer. I need to get a more comfortable chair for the computer. I bought one. Where did I buy that chair? It's in the basement. I ended up putting it in the basement because it has, like, wheels on it, and I didn't like it there, and then it was like, it would, like, skid out and whatever. But anyway, the dog's chewing this white chair. This white chair is so old. It was like a dining room table chair. It's like white vinyl. I mean, it's cheap. We have one in the kitchen, and then I have the one that I sit at. But it's a hardback chair. So when I'm sitting at it all day, like today I was like, oh, like my back hurts so bad. Like, I need a massage. So anyway, but I was getting real excited because I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to go on a walk because it's pouring down rain. So when I get this video done, like, I'll probably just, like, Alex and I can catch up on some TV, or I was going to lay in bed with him and listen to my audiobook and stuff. And then when it was done, I was going to, like, take a nap and whatever. I was like, I have to be up tomorrow at 9 o'clock for this hair appointment, so I've been booking my hair appointments on Wednesdays because then Caroline can pick me up right after it's done. So my hair appointment's at 11:15 tomorrow. So I have to get up at 9 because I have to take the dogs out, get them fed, all that stuff. I'll feed them before that, but get them all ready, take them out like twice, and then get ready for my day before I go. And to get there by 11:15, and I like to get coffee before. So I need to leave here no later than 10:30, which means I have to call my Uber or Lyft at like 10:15, which means I have to be ready. And like while I'm like getting my bag together and my keys and stuff, I like call my Uber, put the dogs in their house. So I can't be like doing that any later than 10:15, which means I have to be like up by 9 o'clock tomorrow. This early week, and then Alex and I have a meeting on Friday I forgot about that we have with our financial person. So we have that on Friday, early too. But I've been scheduling, so I've got a lot of early meetings. I will be so thankful for next week. So, because I've got a lot of early meetings this week. But anyway, so, what was I going to say? To everything, turn. Why am I doing that? I don't know. Anyway, but I still, I'll stay up real late. It'll be like 5 o'clock, and I'll be like, okay, I'll get 4 hours of sleep. Well, this is what I was thinking, because in my head, I'm like, oh shoot, I have to get up really early tomorrow, so I can't stay up late. I was real excited about taking a nap and then staying up late watching shows tonight, right? So, I talked on the phone too late last night. I was talking on the phone forever last night, on the phone to people, and by the time I started, I think it was like 2 o'clock or something. So anyway, but then I was like, okay, well, you filmed 14 videos in 2 days, so maybe you just will film a video or two tomorrow. I already know what I already have like a list of my videos made. So I know what drama video I'm making tomorrow. I know what TV video I'm making tomorrow. Do you guys want to know what it is? Okay, I'll give you a little secret. So tomorrow, do you guys know Welcome to Plathville is coming back for another season, and it starts in like 3 weeks. So I have like 4 or 5 episodes that I've been meaning to finish this season of Welcome to Plathville, this last season, forever. And I haven't finished it. So Suddenly Amish ends tonight. I don't know if Thousand Pound Sisters does or not. I haven't really looked to see if this is the season finale. It's Amy's wedding. So it's either this week or next week. It'll be over. They say it's between 8 and 12 episodes. There's some more lightning. Oh, that's what I was going to say earlier. That scene in Poltergeist, when like the dad says if you count, like you can tell how far the distance is when he's in his room, he's afraid of the storm. I always think of Poltergeist. So I've been wanting to watch Poltergeist 1, 2, and 3. You can't stream them anywhere. I think I can look in here actually. Should we look in my Apple library and see? I own one of the Poltergeists. I don't think I own all 3 of them, or maybe I bought it like as a package. I don't know. Library. I still have 21 days to watch Marty Supreme because I rented that. Recent movie purchases. Did I buy that Mommy Meanest with Lisa Rinna? I did. What is this? I don't remember buying this show. The Disappearance of Susan. Did I even finish that? Susan Cox Powell? I don't remember when I bought that. I rent. Oh, Harper's Island. That was so good. Okay, where are my movies? My movies. Do you guys want to know what movies I own that I bought? After Hours. I love that movie. American Dreamer with Joe Beth Williams. Love it. American Teen. It's a documentary. I love it. Arsenic and Old Lace with Cary Grant. Atomic Blonde. I've never watched that. I bought it when it first came out because we were going on a trip, and I've never watched it. I should watch that tonight, maybe. Basic Instinct, one of my favorite movies of life. Big Chill. Love it. Black Rainbow. Oh my God, with Rosanna Arquette, love it. Black Widow, oh my God, with Deborah Winger and Teresa Russell, love it. Blame It on Rio, loved that movie when I was a kid. Body Heat, oh, God, I have such good movies in here. The Breakfast Club, Casino Royale, Charade, Chorus Line, Close Encounters of a Third Kind, Crimes of the Heart, The Deep, Defending Your Life, Foul Play, The Goonies. Most of these movies you can stream now, but I just like to have them. Greenland 2. Oh, I just bought that recently because I wanted to watch that. The Grifters. Oh my God, that is such a great movie. Halloween The End. Hanky Panky. Oh, Hanky Panky with Gene Wilder. And, why can't I think of her name? Gilda Radner. Have you guys ever seen that movie? Here, let me pull it up. Will it pull up the poster? No. Yeah, there's the poster for it. That movie, I have it on VCR tape too. It's one of my favorite movies of life. Hard Brain. Okay, you guys want to know a funny story about Hard Brain with Christian Slater? Betty White is in it too. It's about this small town that gets flooded from this dam that breaks during this rain. I used to watch that movie. This was before I met Alex. I used to watch that movie like when I was single every night before I would go to bed. I loved it. I love storm movies. I love storms. So I would put it on in the I have this VCR TV combo. It's in the basement now. Like everything else. It's like a TV, but then there's a VCR built into it. And so I had it like on my dresser in the corner of my room. I would put that on, and then I would fall asleep to it. I used to love falling asleep to movies. To Kill a Mockingbird a lot, too. The Incredible Shrinking, and Rear Window, I love to fall asleep to. Incredible Shrinking Woman, love it. Into the Night. Okay, Into the Night with Michelle Pfeiffer and Jeff Goldblum is probably one of my, and has been and always will be, one of my top 3 favorite movies of life. It's not deep at all. It's about a guy that's bored with his marriage and his life, and he meets Michelle Pfeiffer at the airport. I don't know what year it came out. I can look and see what year did it come out. 1985. And she has smuggled 6 perfect emeralds in from Iran, and these people are chasing her all over Los Angeles and he's with her. They don't know each other. I love that movie so much. Jackie Brown, Jewel of the Nile, La La Land. Okay, I bought La La Land a couple years ago to watch, and so anyway. Oh, The Last Showgirl. Every time, I watch The Last Showgirl now. The last time we went to Vegas, I watched it on the plane with Pamela Anderson. The first time I watched it, I was not really that blown away. The last time I watched it, I loved it. Each time I watch The Last Showgirl, I like it more and more. Is Jackie Brown here twice? Why is there a 2-hour and 35-minute version of Jackie Brown and an 1-hour and 55-minute version of Jackie Brown? What? That doesn't even make sense. Anyway. Live and Let Die. I think I bought the whole, like, what's his name? Bond, James Bond. I think I bought the whole James Bond series or something. Long Kiss Goodnight with Gina Davis. Love that movie. The Long Walk. Because I think I bought it. If a movie is like $19.99 to rent and $24.95 to buy, I'll buy it. Looker. Looker is one of my all-time favorite movies too. With, what's his name? Alfred. Is that his name? Well, I can't think of his name. Albert Finney. Yeah, and Susan Day, do you remember her from the Partridge Family? And it's about a plastic surgeon that fixes all these women to look perfect for this company that's doing like, this is actually kind of weird because it's kind of what we're seeing now. And it came out in, what year did it come out? Hold on a second. 1981. And so these women are getting these operations done by, I loved this movie back in the day. It's a very scary thriller, and nobody's ever heard of it. It's called Looker. L-O-O-K-E-R. And it's about these women that are models, and they have to get these plastic surgeries so that they meet these perfect dimensions. But really, it's so that they can kill them and clone them to make them basically like AI models. And then they don't have to pay them. Love Simon. Love that movie. Manhattan Murder Mystery. Miss Congeniality 2. The Morning After. I remember seeing that at the movie theater with my mom. Probably one of the most fantastic movies ever. Jane Fonda, love that movie so much. Oh, Night Mother, Sissy Spacek, love that movie. No Man's Land, Frances McDormand. I need to watch that again. Ocean's 11, Ocean's 13. That Outrageous Fortune with Shelley, what's her name? Not Shelley Duvall. Shelley, I can't think of her name. Bette Midler and Shelley Long from Cheers. Love that movie. Okay, hold on a second. I went the other way. Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown and Don't Come Back. I love that movie so much. The Perfect Storm. My mom loved it. Oh! Poetic Justice with Janet Jackson and Tupac Shakur. I love that. Oh, I do own the original Poltergeist. Well, yes, ma'am. Look, Tangina. I could watch that tonight. I could watch it on my phone if I wanted. And look, I also own Poltergeist 3, which takes place in like the Sears Tower in Chicago. Why don't I own Poltergeist 2, I wonder? Prairie Home Companion. Okay, funny thing about this movie is, I did not like that movie the first time I saw it. I think Lindsay Lohan's in it, and Lily Tomlin, Meryl Streep. That is another movie that, I don't even know that I really understood it the first time I saw it. But my mom and I used to listen to the radio show, The Prairie Home Companion, and so that's why I really wanted to see it. I think I might have seen it with her at first. I didn't really get it when I first saw it, but the more that I watched it, I mean, I've seen it now a couple times, the more I love it. I really like that movie. Guess what's next? Rear Window, Romancing the Stone, Salem's Lot. I wonder why I bought that. 3 hours and 3 minutes. Is it really that long? Maybe I should watch that again, honey. Saw X. Oh, I bought that because I was watching all the Saw movies. Seems like old times. Shoot the Moon! Oh my god, with Diane Keaton. Oh no, is it Diane Keaton or Joe Clayburgh? It's Diane Keaton. Oh my god, I love this movie so much. You want to talk about divorce. 1982, I was 10 years old when that movie came out. Signs, 16 Candles, Slaves of New York with Tama Janowitz. Oh my god, and Bernadette Peters, love that movie. Somewhere in Time. Oh my god, Sorry, Wrong Number with Barbara Stanwyck. Oh, I didn't realize I owned such good movies. What is this right here? Oh, Strange Darling. I bought that because I wanted to watch it. I rented that. That was a good movie, actually. Strangers, Pray at Night. I don't remember that movie. Oh, Terms of Endearment, Thelma and Louise, To Kill a Mockingbird, The Towering Inferno. Oh my God, my husband and I watched this a while ago. Unzipped, which is about Isaac Mizrahi's like last fashion show. What year did that come out? 1995. Oh, that was the year after I got sober. I love that movie. Weird Science. The Whale. I bought The Whale because I wanted to see it, like for the Oscars. The X-Files. It's 3 minutes long. What? I Want to Believe. I don't know how I got that. 9 to 5, 28 Days Later, and 31 by Rob Zombie. 31, I actually bought that because I wanted to watch it on the plane somewhere. So those are my movies. Did anything come out that I want to watch tonight? Shelter with Jason Statham. He is so good looking, isn't he? Oh my God. Seems like... Has anybody watched Love Story? My mom would have watched it already. About John and Carolyn Kennedy. Not Carolyn Kennedy. What's her name? Is that her name? Bassett? What's her name? John F. Kennedy and Carolyn Bassett. Yeah. That was so sad, wasn't it? Oh, number 2 is Spartacus. My husband just watched all that. New movie releases. Badlands. Somebody just told me to watch that the other night. Running Man. Rental Family. Well, a lot of these are free right now. Well, it's free. I mean, they're on streaming services. Oh, Pearl, X, and Maxine. Probably 3 of the best horror movies I've seen in the last... That franchise is so good. Fresh from the Theater. Song Sung Blue. SpongeBob, Anaconda. Hamnet. I need to watch Hamnet. Secret Age. I need to watch that. For the Primate, I'm going to watch... Alex had no desire to watch that. Has anybody watched 1 Mile? There's like 1 Mile and 1 Mile 2. You can pre-order Scream 7, Dracula, Pillion Goat, Wuthering Heights, the new Strangers movie, Testament by Ann Lee. What? Is that the Margaret Atwood book? It looks like it. No. No? Is it? I can't tell. No, it's not. Anyway... You know I'll still take my nap tonight. And I'll still watch TV shows. So, oh, this was last night. So last night, now I got that song, Seems Like Old Times. I was sitting in front of the computer, and I was watching, well, I've been listening. Alex, when he comes in, he's like, what are you listening to? I've been putting on ambiance, cozy music is what I search on YouTube. And so it's like all this like, it always has cozy in the title. And it'll be like cozy reading nook music. And it's like you can hear a crackling fire in the background. Which, no, I haven't made a fire yet. I know, because I'm lazy. 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 It's like a crackling fire. And then it'll be like music in the background. I love it so much. But today I was like, I need to listen to some music. So, why did that just go off? What is this? Anyway, text message. So I'm like, what was I talking about? Fireplace. Oh, so I had the music on, but I was like, I need to listen to something else while I'm like making 5 thumbnails and all this kind of stuff. So I just put in Taylor Swift, All Too Well, because I love the 10-minute version of it. And so I was listening to it's like 10 minutes and 43 seconds or something, 49 seconds or something. It's a 10-minute version in Los Angeles during the Eras tour. And it's probably the best like filmed version of it because it's from the movie, right? I think it's from the movie. I actually haven't seen a Taylor Swift movie. Is it good? Is it worth it? I don't like concert movies. I mean, like Blonde Ambition Tour. What was that movie called? Truth or Dare with Madonna. That's probably like the only one that I really, really liked. I think Alex watched the Lady Gaga one. I don't even know if I watched that. I'm not a big like concert like movie person. Like watching somebody's concert tour or like all that kind of stuff. I know people that love the Taylor Swift one. I haven't watched a lot of those. So anyway, I think I did watch that Lady Gaga one because doesn't she like get sick and like one day she almost can't. I think I did watch that and they show her in the studio. Was it called like Her Height or something like that? Like 4'8" or something or 5'2" or something. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I did watch that with Lady Gaga. That was good. I haven't seen the Taylor Swift one, the Eras Tour movie. Should I watch it? Is it worth it? Let me know. Anyway. So, this coffee is so good. So I had that on in the background. So anyway, I got done with it like 3 times, because I kept on like, when it gets to the very end, I rewind it to the beginning. And I like looked at it, I was looking at it for a second. Just stuff always hits me real slow. I'm like, I don't catch on to things quickly. Like if I'm having a conversation with somebody, it's very, like it flows naturally. Like if I'm by myself, like I spend way too much time by myself. Like, you know the whole like getting stuck thing? Like that my Alex and his friends talk about, like I can get stuck like by myself just like looking at a wall. So I'm sitting there and I'm like something's coming to me, but I couldn't figure it out yet. And I was like, you've listened to this song 3 times, which means it's taking you 30 minutes to make thumbnails. Because all I was really doing was sitting there, fuck the patriarchy, singing the Taylor Swift song. I wasn't really working very hard on the thumbnails, which shows today because my thumbnails are shit. Today, they are. Well, they're always shit. They are. I mean, so many people have said to me, have you ever thought about hiring somebody to do your thumbnail? I'm not hiring somebody to do my thumbnails for me. I'm not, okay? We're not doing that. Anyway, keychain on the ground. I love that song so much. Anyway, I just downloaded some new songs. What did I download in my iTunes? I'm an iTunes person too. I feel like I have to own the music. I have Apple Music. Alex is like, all these songs are for free on Apple Music. Just add it to your library. I don't really know how to do that. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I know. I feel like this was kind of subtle shade on my video the other day. I don't care. I love shade. Honey, my friends and I, like, we shade each other constantly. I think it's so funny. Like, it cracks me up. Like, if I shade somebody in a video, people are like, Peter's being so shady. He's being rude. Like, my friends and I shade each other all the time. Nikki and I and Tanya and I, oh my God, you should hear our conversations. Like Nikki and I literally, Mel and I, honey, the land, it is bad, okay? Mel and I mean, it is one after another. I don't understand, like that to me is just funny. It's just friendship. It's just camaraderie, you know? But if I like shady comments. There's a difference between shade and being rude, okay? And being rude. I mean, there's a difference between it. I was going to say being a bitch. There's a difference if I'm being a bitch or if I'm being shady, okay? Because I can read a fool, honey, but I can also be a bitch. There's a difference, right? We all know the difference between that. So anyway, somebody left a comment on the video. I don't know if they was like, now I've hurt their feelings, probably, and they're like, no, I meant it seriously. Maybe it's just because I knew the truth, and so I felt like it was shade. Because it's something that one of my friends would say to me. Oh, have you opened that computer yet? That's how I heard it, okay? But somebody commented and said, Peter, have you opened your computer yet? No, I haven't. It's sitting in the bag. It's sitting in the bag in the chair over there, okay, the Apple bag. Alex came home. Okay, so I texted Alex the day that he was gone. I was like, oh, I got a new computer today. I think I told him that night too, but I didn't say anything else about it, right? So Caroline said, are you so excited to open your computer today? You guys, like, I am technologically illiterate. I don't think you really understand. And I'm afraid to do stuff on my own because, like, this is where I am totally my mother's child. Like, my dad at 85 years old, like, he can do anything technological. Like, my dad is very, I don't know about other people. I mean, my dad, first of all, he thinks social media is stupid. I mean, he likes my videos. He watches some of my videos. He thinks they're funny and stuff like that. But, like, that's, like, really all he ever watches on YouTube is, like, you know, he'll be like, my stepmom will be like, oh, somebody showed me that Peter did this video, we should watch it or whatever. But, like, other than that, my dad thinks that social media is stupid. I mean, truly, like, he wouldn't say it's of the devil because he talked like that. But he'd be like, no, I think it's stupid. Like, he's never had any social media. He thinks it's stupid. But anyway, what was I going to say about my dad? But my dad is, like, super, super tech savvy. Like computers, oh, my dad could fix anything. Like, anything, right? And we'll kind of look at you if, like, you ask him a question, like, I'm 85 and you don't know how to fix... I mean, he's going to be 86 this year, you know? So anyway, so I told Caroline that day, she was like, are you so excited to go home and put up your computer? I go, I'm going to wait till Alex gets home. Did I tell you guys this already? And she goes, why are you going to wait until Alex gets home? I go... because if something goes wrong, like, I want him there to explain it to me. And she goes, you just turn on the computer and put in, like, your information. I was like, okay, but I'm just going to wait. She goes, you're so stupid, Peter. You talk about shady. Caroline, shady boots down, okay? By the way, this was going to say about my hair appointment. So usually, I've been scheduling my appointments on Wednesdays because then I take an Uber or Lyft there and then Caroline picks me up. People ask me which is it, Uber or Lyft. It depends on what's closest. I put usually Lyft in first because they come quicker. But if like Uber's 21 minutes and Lyft is 6, I go Lyft. If it's Lyft is 18 minutes and Uber's 3 minutes, I go Uber. I just go with whatever quicker. So anyway, And I can't really tell a difference in all of them. Like, to be honest with you, in Indianapolis, I don't really know the difference other places. I think like if we go on vacation, I usually use Uber. Like in Miami and Vegas, we usually use Uber. Alex is usually the one that gets the car service from places in Miami. The camera stopped. Alex usually does the car service in Miami, and I usually do in Vegas. But it just kind of depends. Whoever gets out there first, like one of us will book the ride. I don't really know. No, we did take a Lyft the last time from Las Vegas. It was the night after, it was the night that we were walking around, and we walked down to see the Sphere because I wanted to see, can't snap. I wanted to see where The Wizard of Oz was coming, and so I wanted to see all that. And it was the night that the New Kids on the Block were letting out. And so, Backstreet Boys were letting out. And so they had all the white on. And we were walking against the crowd on the other side of the street, and everybody was coming this way. So when we were walking back, I said, I cannot walk this whole way back now. Like, I was tired. So anyway, or he was, I can't remember. But anyway, was that night? Oh yeah, because afterwards we walked in to like the Venetian. And then we walked down because in the Venetian, between the Venetian and the Palazzo, they had like this Wizard of Oz thing. By that point, we were so tired, we just wanted to get back to the hotel room. I think maybe it was him that night that was tired. I can't remember. You know, I wear good shoes on vacation now. I don't wear shoes that give me blisters anymore. Was it that? Did I get blisters on that? I can't remember. Anyway, so I remember we took a Lyft that night. A Lyft came and picked us up. And there were so many cars because everybody was getting, like, they came to that hotel, which was like connected through like, not tunnels, but they were like the hallway that goes from like the Sphere all the way over, like through the convention center and stuff, like, not the convention center, but whatever it is, to whatever that, I think it's Venetian and the Palazzo. So anyway, yeah, it just depends. To be honest with you, in Indianapolis, like, Caroline swears she can tell the difference between Lyft and Uber. I can never tell the difference. I've gotten in really nice cars with really fantastic drivers in Uber and Lyft. I've gotten in really shitty cars that are dirty and really had shitty drivers that are Lyft, in Uber or Lyft. So I don't know that it really makes a difference. I don't really ever have, very rarely do I ever have like rude drivers. Most of the drivers usually are real talkative. Oh my God, the other day, where was I the other day when I took an Uber back? Oh, for my dentist appointment. This girl, well, she's gonna be older than me this month. She's like Caroline's age. And, so older than me. Caroline doesn't care if people know her age online. People are telling people Caroline's age. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. She's gonna be 57 this year. I'm gonna be 54. Own your age. Enjoy it. You got one life. Why are you lying about your age? Who cares anyway? Oh, we get a package? I don't think I have any packages coming. Oh, maybe my Shy Wolf candle package. That might be this. Is it oh, it's the UPS guy. Anyway, is it coming this way? Oh, it is coming this way. Is it for me? No. I didn't want to walk out there in the rain anyway. But I get in the car, and this woman was so friendly, and oh, it's such a nice car too. It was like, I mean, I didn't book like, I don't do the Uber X and all that stuff. I mean, it's whatever comes. So anyway, such a nice car. It was spotless inside, stuff like that. And you know, my appointment was early, so it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. I can't remember what time I left there. But anyway, I was like, hey, how are you doing? She's like, good. And she was super talkative. And she's like, how are you doing, Peter? Because you know your name comes up on it, whatever. I was like, I'm good. I just had a dental appointment and stuff. And so right away, we started talking about our ages. I can't remember how we started talking about it. And she goes, well, I'm going to be 57 this month. And I said, you are? She looked fantastic too. I was like, girl, get it, honey. I said, are you doing anything fun for your birthday? And she was like, let me tell you about my friends. And I was like, oh, what happened? She goes, what would you do? This was a 25-minute car ride, okay? I don't think I said one word in 25 minutes. She pulled in the driveway and kept on telling me the story. I said, girl, just have fun on your birthday. She goes, I agree, don't you think? All her friends are being so rude to her and being so mean and all this kind of stuff. I felt so bad for her. She was so nice. Anyway, she had one more person after me and then she was done for the day. She'd been driving since midnight. She was so nice. If you're one of her friends out there and you know who I'm talking about, watch, fuck you. No, she was nice. I told her, I said, girl, I'll go do something with you on your birthday. She goes, would you really? I said, yeah. She goes, well, I think I got my friends. Oh, your friend you just complained about for half an hour, girl? Okay, you don't want to do nothing with me. She straight up said, though, I kind of love when people say this. Like, I didn't say anything about, like, my husband. I don't, you know, wear a sign that says, like, I'm a big gay or anything like that. But she said to me, like, right, like, as she's getting into it, she said something about, something she wanted to go do for her birthday. And she turned around, she looked right at me, and she goes, I got lots of gay friends. I was like, okay. More power to you, girl. I do too. Let's go, honey. Let's hang out. Let's be friends. But anyway, that would be, if I tell Tanya, I haven't told Tanya that story, I don't think. But that would be so something. Tanya would be like, that is so something that you would do. Like, I mean, she's like, Peter's always like, she's like, Peter, she tells people this. She's like, Peter makes friends with like people that work at gas stations. I'm not like my friends, but like I'll go into a gas station and then I meet somebody that works there and then they become my friend. No, that is so true. Fast food places. Like where were Tanya and I, the night that we hung out the last time, she was like, I saw this guy that used to work at the McDonald's down the street when I used to go through my vlogs and get a Diet Coke. He worked thirds at McDonald's and then he worked at this Thornton's gas station up the street. Now where does he work? Where were we that night? Oh, he works at the gas station in Noblesville. And so when I went in, I was like, hey, like his name's like, I won't say what it is. Anyway, it's Danny. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I was like, Danny, how are you? And Tiny was like, we got to the car. So I introduced him. I was like, this is my friend Danny. He's like, Peter, it's so good to see you. So anyway, we got the car. Tiny's like, how did you know him? I go, Tiny, he used to like close. He was the manager at McDonald's and then he worked at Thornton's, whatever. She's like, how do you know these people? I was like, she's like, you always talk about, I said, Caroline, I almost called her Veronica. Caroline, Vanessa, Valerie, Caroline, Valerie, and Tanya are all like, you have social anxiety, but then you'll talk to total strangers. Yeah, it's easier for me to talk to total strangers. I can talk to total strangers easily. I have a really hard time, like, it is hard for me to go to like a gathering, especially a small gathering, not like 5 people, but like 10 to 30. Like I consider that a small gathering, like a party where I know some of the people, but I don't know all the people. Or I know some of the people, but like I know them in a different way. Like I met them through somebody, but I don't know like them in that setting. Like that's why parties are scary for me. Because I don't know, like, I might know Judy, but I don't know Joe that Judy brought. And so I don't know if Joe's going to like me. Does that make sense? Like, and I've been that way ever since I was a kid. I mean, I've always been that way. So I don't know, but yeah, I have an easier time talking to total strangers. I enjoy it, honestly. I really do. I mean, I'm a talkative person. I really also think that I fit that new, I was going to say stereotype, but what description of like the extroverted introvert or whatever it is. I really think that I'm that. I don't know. But anyway, so I can really feel this thing. Alex was asking me yesterday, he was like, can you feel it? And we're like, yeah, but it just feels kind of like my chipped tooth. Or like my tooth is chipped. Like this metal thing inside my tooth. It hasn't fixed my teeth yet. And then I'm going to get veneers. And then I'm going to get my teeth whitened. Because there was yellow honey as the corn in Indiana. Too many years of smoking and lots of coffee. I mean, if that's the worst thing about me, I'm like just going to cover my mouth while I smile. I never have really had like a good smile though. Even when I was a kid, like I didn't know how to smile. Like whenever I smile, people be like, for a picture, people be like, show your teeth. I'm like, no, I don't do that. I'm always like, I've never shown my teeth in a smile. I never have. And it's not because I mean, back in the day when my teeth were pretty, I don't think my teeth are that bad. Yeah, I do. My husband has like such perfect teeth. No, like he does. Like my husband's teeth are like so white. Like he is so particular about his teeth. So anyway, oh, I have to get this stuff that's like threading. What's it called? I know somebody out there that works in dentistry knows what I'm talking about. Threading floss I have to get. I haven't got it yet for this. It's called threading floss. But then Alex was like, what about, because he uses like, he uses electric toothbrush and a water pick. Honey, I ain't got time for that. I do brush my teeth though, like 6 or 7 times a day. I'm like manic about brushing my teeth. But anyway, years of coffee, tea. Do you remember those ads back in the day? Do they still have those ads on TV where they would like take those dentures and they would put them in something? Do you remember like it wasn't like dentures. It was like they looked like teeth because they'd say like, this guy was walking down the street earlier today. This cracked me up. I've never seen this guy before. I don't know if he just moved in this neighborhood, but he's like the age group of this neighborhood. He's so friendly to Walter and Otis. They were like pulling me over to him. So he was like, can I pet them? I was like, yeah. He was full on smoking a cigar walking down the street. I was like, I kind of live for this because everybody's like this down the street. You know, he's like full on just taking his time, honey, smoking a cigar down the street. But do you remember that, like, that ad back in the day? And it was like a cup of like, I don't know what it was, but they would like put these fake teeth in it and they were like all stained, like mine, like brown and yellow and stuff. And then it would just fizzle. And then it would show the teeth. I need to get some of that stuff. But is that just for dentures? Just, honey, just own your flaws. Just step into it. You know what I mean? Just step into it. What can you do about it anyway? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to stop drinking coffee. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. And I am going to smoke a good cigarette every once in a while. So, I mean, there's just that. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I like... just step into it. I feel like the older I get, it's like just step into your faults. You know, for so long, I feel like, and I feel like this really, like my hair is such a good example of this. I feel like society teaches us that we really have to try to keep up. Like I can remember my mom talking about keeping up. Like not keeping up with any, is my husband in the kitchen? Not, oh, I forgot to turn the lights off in the kitchen. Not keeping up with anybody, but like the standard, right? And you know, who was I talking to about? Oh, Caroline and I were talking about this. Because I said something about your hair looks really good. Just get it colored. And she's like, no, I use this powder stuff in it between when I get my hair colored. And I said, you know, I don't know. We've talked about my hair turning gray. And she's like, my hair started turning gray about 25. I go, did it really? She goes, oh, yeah. I said, how white is it now? She goes, it's completely white. I said, Caroline, your hair is not completely white. She goes, oh, it's completely white. I get it colored. And she said that when she turns 60, she wants to let her hair go white. I said, why not now? She goes, I don't know. I just decided 60. I was like, okay. I think that, like, my mom would talk about how she wanted her hair to go white, but she felt like there was such a double standard in society with men and women. I've seen women, gorgeous white hair. I do definitely, I would tell anybody this, like, it does age you completely. Like, I mean, I was being guessed for like late 30s before I let my hair grow out, and like instantly, like I remember, I've told this story so many times so I'm not going to bore you with it, but like when I like just told my hairstylist I didn't want to color my hair anymore, she was like, well, it'll take several haircuts for you to grow it out. It took one haircut. Like that's, I mean, it was like regrowth central, and she could not believe how white my hair was. This is somebody that had been coloring my hair for several years at that time. She could not believe how white my hair was. Not salt and pepper. I mean, it started salt and pepper earlier, but it was white. And I mean, like, immediately, people guessed me for 50. And I can remember at first it kind of like, and I mean, I'm like, at that time, I'm like, I had just gotten married, so I was like 39, 40. I didn't care, but I didn't want to be guessed for 10 years older. You know, I don't care today. If somebody wanted to guess me for 70, I'm like, I guess I look 70. What can I do about it? You know, I'm not playing the game. My husband, he loves the aesthetics and all that kind of stuff. I'm not doing that. I did it for so much of my life. And listen, I don't judge anybody for it. You should do what makes you happy. You get one life. If you want to do Botox for the rest of your life, my husband gets all that stuff. I've done it. I've done Botox a couple times. I don't want to keep it up. It's too much. I don't care that much anymore. I don't really care. I don't care if somebody finds me attractive or if I'm the most disgusting thing they've ever seen in the face of the earth. I really don't care. All that's important to me is that I'm happy when I look in the mirror. You know what I mean? And if something bothers me enough, then I'll get it fixed. That's why I don't understand about people that lie about that stuff online. It's like, why lie about it? Like, if it makes you uncomfortable, do something about it. It's for you anyway. My dad is a retired plastic surgeon. I can remember my dad saying to me, like 90% of the cosmetic, and he did his, what's that noise? While I was growing up, so my dad's specialty was hand reconstruction as a certified plastic surgeon. When I was like late elementary to middle school was when he started doing cosmetic surgery. Cosmetic surgery really wasn't that big. He did like cleft palates, he did like facial reconstruction surgery, but it wasn't like what you think of. It wasn't like, or what some people might think of. I shouldn't say it like that. It was like cleft palates. Like he did a lot of cleft palates on kids and stuff like that. It was a lot of burn victims. That was kind of the reconstruction surgery he did. He did a lot of facial hand reconstruction and was a hand reconstructionist. So skin grafting, did a lot of that stuff. When cosmetic surgery came around, my dad was really one of the first surgeons in Indiana that did cosmetic surgery. I know when I say that, there's somebody out there that's like, oh, no, he was. Yes, he was. You can do your research. I don't really care. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Okay, it's just the truth. Nobody really knew. Like, there weren't like botched shows on TV. Like, plastic surgeons were kind of this enigma at that time. They didn't really know. People didn't really know what they did. It was kind of like, oh, you do nose jobs. Or like it was kind of before the era of like breast augmentations and things like that. Like, people didn't really. Nobody was having. My dad went to France to study how to do liposuction. He was one of the first people in Indiana or the Midwest to do liposuction. He came back here and like taught people how to do liposuction, and I remember that. And but I remember my dad saying to me that like 90% of the cosmetic procedure, like my dad has had nothing done his entire life. He could care less. He doesn't judge people for it either, you know? But like my dad would say to me, 90% of the procedures that people do, you wouldn't even, like they can tell, but nobody else can tell. Like a lot of it's like, the battery just went to the halfway mark. A lot of it's psychological. It's issues that people have had their whole time. Like people will say like, I have this bump in my nose. You wouldn't notice it, but they've noticed it their whole life, right? I think that's so true. Like, I remember that statement of him saying that to me. I used to always want to get my nose fixed. My dad would say, what's wrong with your nose? Your nose looks just... I have my dad's nose. My dad has a really big nose. My dad's nose is bigger than me. And he would say, what's wrong with your nose? You don't need to get your nose fixed. And I'd be like, yeah, I want to get my nose... He's like, there's nothing wrong with your nose. You know, like if you... And he would say, this was when I was in high school. He'd say, if you're old enough and you want to make that decision as an adult, you can do that. He was like, but I don't think there's anything. You know, I went through so many years of my life, and I think there's... Well, I think there's a lot of groups that suffer with this, but I think like gay men and women really struggle with lookism in our world. You know, when it's this comparison study of, well, she's pretty, but she's not as pretty as, or he's in good shape, but he's not as in good shape as, right? Like, there's always that, and I think that is in any kind of community. But for so long, I really struggled with that. Like, my body doesn't look like this, and I'm not, even if I lose weight, I don't look good in these clothes, and my hair, even when I'm coloring it doesn't look right, and I don't like this, and I just was constant. I mean, I spent years beating myself up about how I looked, you know? I don't care anymore. I don't. Do I want to look nice and cute? Hell yes, I do. Don't we all? Doesn't it make you feel good when you look nice and somebody goes, you look really good? Yes, it makes me feel good. I love to look hot, honey. Don't get me wrong, okay? That's not saying I give up. That's not saying I'm not going to give any attempt. I mean, yeah, sitting at home making videos, I put on a good t-shirt and a hat, okay? I'm not going to that much effort. But if I'm going out to dinner or something or on vacation, yeah, I want to look good. Am I going to pick out a bathing suit that looks good to go on vacation? Hell yes. You know? I like to look nice. I like to look hot. I like to look cute. But I'm not going to become consumed with it. I don't judge people that do. I have a lot of friends of mine that like are getting regular procedures. And that makes them happy. I have friends of mine that will color their hair till the day they die. And that makes them happy. You know, that's not what makes me happy anymore. And my hair was really what taught me about that. Because let me tell you, and I've shared this before, when I let my hair go white, right? And I can remember my mom would say she wanted to let her hair go white, but she was so afraid that it would age her out and whatever. Well, here's my suggestion I'll tell you to people, okay? Because she would be like, do you think it'll make me look older? And I was like, it will make you look older. Yeah, definitely. It did. It made me look older. I look at people like actors now. Because I look up every actor I ever watch on TV show and stuff. Who was I looking at the other day? The guy that plays Rick Grimes, who I can't think of his name now. Andrew Lincoln. He and I are the same age. Now, I know I look older than Andrew Lincoln, okay? I know I do. And I got a white beard and I got white hair. My skin is saggy and he's in much better shape than me, okay? And I've lost a lot of weight and I walk every single day. Like, I really tried to work hard. But that's for me, right? Like, I can look at that and be like, I don't look like him. I mean, and that's okay. Do you know what I mean? And I see other people that I'm like, well, I look a little better than they do and we're the same age. You know what I mean? It's all comparison, I guess. But when I let my hair go white, like my mom would be like, I want to let it go white, but do you think it'll age me? And I'd say, it will age you. Yeah, like, do you care though? And she'd be like, well, I just feel like, she'd say like in society, women are expected to try to keep up appearances and looks. And that you're looked down. And I don't know if this is as true as 2026, but I think it is. Not maybe as true back then, but like this is like the 90s and 2000s. My mom would say, women are looked down on or called dowdy or matronly if they don't try to keep it up and look sexy and look good. You know, like, men will be like, well, you need to put on some makeup. What was I watching the other day where, oh, God, one battle after another. Sean Penn says that to the girl at the end. She's like, he's like, you'd be so much prettier if you put on some makeup. I'm like, that line is so intentional to be in this movie. Like, it is representative of somebody, right? And, or a certain type of group of men in this country. But my mom, like, felt like she fought against that her whole life. Like, where she wanted to look sexy or good for her, or she wanted to look pretty or whatever for her. But then if she didn't feel like she just wanted to put her hair back in a ponytail and wear a hat one day or a sweatshirt, then people were judging her. I think that's 100% true. And there's a total double standard with men and women. I can walk into a store. No, I cannot. I can walk into a store, no hat, hair just woken up, and a t-shirt and pair of shorts and sandals. And for years, since my hair has gone white, women will look at me. I mean, yes, maybe some gay men, but it's not like I run into 10 gay men at the gas station. But women will look at me. I mean, women will stop me and be like, your hair is so beautiful, or you are such a handsome man, and things like that. Like, I get a lot of those comments, which is really nice. I think that men, as they age, are seen in our society, and this is a really sad statement, as wise or experienced or whatever. Where women, like my mom said, it's just like, I don't know, like, but I think at some point, you have to decide, it is so pouring down rain right now. It's pretty though, isn't it, the sound? Where you have to decide what's important to me. When I stopped coloring my hair, I can remember that summer going to the pool. I had, for 20 years, okay, been so, even if I would do it, I would be very conscious of it. Of being out in the sun, going swimming in the ocean, going swimming definitely in chlorine, even washing and conditioning my hair too much, always using very expensive color correcting shampoo and conditioners for years. I mean, the amount of money I wasted on my hair trying to keep it brown was ridiculous for years. I was going every 3 weeks. I was paying like $100 for a color and a cut every 3 weeks. Not to mention shampoo and conditioner on top of that, products and everything like that. I'll never forget swimming that first summer, and and the other thing was I could start buying shampoos and conditioners that like were not that expensive. I still like to buy nicer ones, but because I like the smell of them, you know? Like, I didn't have to buy shampoo and conditioners that were $45 a bottle. Now, I do with the Oribe, the Silverado. But I don't know that I'm going to buy it again after I run out of this stuff. I don't know. I don't think it really makes that much of a difference. My hair turns bronzy in the winter. Do you see there's like that yellow tint to it? But in the summer, the chlorine and stuff kind of does it myself. And I don't care. You know? And I think that's the thing. Like, when I said to my dad, like, should I let he goes, just let it go, Pete. He's like, what I realized was, it wasn't about holding on to my youth. My ex, who's a hairstylist, he used to always believe, he'd say about women, because he did almost all women. He did a lot of color and cut, but towards the end, he did all color, towards the end of when we were together, he did all color correction. He's like well known for doing color correction. And so, he's a fantastic hair colorist. So, he would say to me, and I thought this was such an interesting statement because I don't think it just applies to hair. He would say, I think like a lot of women that come to me, like one of the reasons why they don't want to make drastic changes to their hairstyle is that the hairstyle that they have is reminiscent of a period in their life when they were happiest. I think it is such a good observation, not just of our hairstyle, but of our clothes or whatever. Like, we kind of stay stuck in time sometimes because it reminds us of a really happy moment, you know? When I let my hair go white, which to be honest with you, like, I mean, it seems so trivial. It was a big decision for me. Like, I was kind of, like, I didn't really know who I'd look like with the whole thing. I mean, I had many conversations with Alex, and he could care less. He liked it better white. My hairstylist and everybody, I was like, well, I can always color it back brown. I mean, I wasn't on YouTube. It wasn't like anybody was going to notice if one day I had white hair and the next day I colored it brown. I mean, in my personal life, but I didn't care. I'd be like, yeah, I just decided to turn it brown. Today, I wouldn't care. Early days on YouTube, I would have cared about that. Today, if I decided to color my hair brown tomorrow, I'd be like, decide to color my hair brown. What do you think? You know what I mean? I don't care. And it's taken me 10 years. It's sad that on YouTube, like, I've gone through these eras on YouTube, like, not just eras of, like, my I don't give a F era, but, like, I've gone through these eras of acceptance of myself. Like, YouTube has really taught me that, you know? And it's kind of high to shy away from your own truth of yourself when you look at yourself in a camera all day long, right? Like, you see... Like, there's nothing anybody can really say to me that I don't see myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, the wrinkles in my forehead, the white in my hair, the yellow in my teeth. Like, I see all of that, right? So I think there's some acceptance that comes with that. But I also remember how freeing it was to me to just be, like, out in the sun, swimming, not worrying about if my hair... I can remember being on the beach, and I have a picture up on my Instagram. I have a couple pictures of it. People said I looked like Ernest Hemingway. It was like one of the very first pictures I ever took after my hair went completely white. We were in Miami, and my hair was white from being outside. And I love that picture to this day. Like, that's why I use that Silverado shampoo, because I want my hair that white. And that's crazy to think I was so scared of having my hair turn white, and now I want it like when I look at it now, it looks bronzy yellow to me, you know? I want it white. And no, I've never used the laundry detergent on it. I'm scared to do it. I don't want my hair to fall out, you know? But I mean, I have this huge scar on my head where they stapled my head, so I do try to cover it up a little bit. I did notice this the other day when I was looking at the picture, like, it's not really a receding hairline, but right here is where, like, when they were picking, like, the glass out, like, that's never really grown back right there. It's funny because my hair receded, like, a long time ago, and then it stopped. Like, it receded back here. I mean, that was probably 20 years ago that it did that. 10 or 20 years ago, I don't know. But anyway, that whole, like, stop coloring my hair was, like, a really good lesson to me. Not the lesson being, and I think I thought this was a lesson for a long time, like, just let it go. Like, let it all go, right? That wasn't the lesson, I don't think. I think the lesson is, like, this year focusing on, and last year, where am I giving my energy? I think that. Like, where am I giving my energy? Am I giving way too much energy on how my hair looks to the point where I'm not even enjoying the pool? Like, I don't have a problem giving energy to how I look. I like when we're on vacation, I love to take my time, do my hair, put on a cute outfit. I even love that here if we're going out to dinner. You know, we're going to a wedding or something like that. I like to dress nice. I don't love to wear a suit every day, but I like to wear a suit. I wish I had 10 really nice suits. Somebody said the other day, you should buy three suits. Do you know how much expensive a suit is? I don't need 3 suits. I don't have enough places to go. I don't probably have enough funerals to go to in the next 2 years to wear 3 suits, okay? I don't need 3 suits. But I like to wear a suit every once in a while. I like to wear a little sweater with a tie. You know, I like that kind of look. But not all the time. I like it. But when I'm not enjoying my life because I'm so focused on how I look, then internally I'm not happy. Because I'm constantly trying to fix this. I think that was really, like, people have asked me, like, where was, like, when you started, like, walking and eating healthier and whatever. It had nothing to do with my looks. I think a long time I was focused on the looks. I was focused on, I'm going to be so embarrassed going to Ultra Music Festival yet again and being so heavy and being so fat, and everybody's going to be looking at me when nobody was looking at me. But that's what I thought, or I don't want to go to this, or I don't want to go to that. It was constantly about my looks. When I sat in my doctor's office and my doctor looked at me and said, your blood work is not pretty, and you are right around the corner from having a heart attack, and you're right there at being diabetic, and your A1Cs or whatever they're called are like, I mean, everything was off the chart. I was already on cholesterol medicine, you know, and he's like, that won't really change a whole lot for you. And he's like, you gotta make drastic changes. Then I was like, okay, this is no longer about how you look. Like, you have deceived yourself for a long time. You're in your 50s. This is not how you want to go out. That was what it was for me. You know, I think, like, it's interesting, like, I was not on probation when I got sober. Probation didn't get me sober. I've seen probation get people sober. I have. When they're court-ordered to meetings and stuff like that. So I believe, okay? I don't believe that, I believe that you can't take a horse, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I believe that's true. But I believe that you can take a horse to water and it might impact a few of them. I've met my fair share of people in recovery today that were court-ordered to go to meetings and they're still sober today 20 years later. It didn't work for everybody, but it worked for some people. You know, I think about, what was I going to compare it to? Shoot, I just forgot the comparison. I think about, like, my trying to get healthy. Oh, this is what I was going to talk about with getting sober. I had outstanding legal charges. Like, my dad, when he said to me, do you want to go to prison or whatever, like, I had pleaded things down. Like, if I had gotten arrested, I would have gone to jail. Probably prison is what I would have gone to. But I wasn't currently, like, on strict probation. Probation didn't get me sober. That wasn't why I got sober. I got sober because I had nobody in my life. I was scared to death of being homeless. I had no place to stay. My friends didn't want anything to do with me anymore because I was too much of a problem with them, and my dad had called all of them. My dad didn't want anything to do with it anymore, and my mom was in her own active addiction. I was terrified for my life. When I got sobered up after a couple days, I was pissed off when I got sober. But after a couple days, I was like, you're homeless. You have nowhere to live. You're not fully self-supporting of yourself. You can't take care of yourself at all. Where are you going to live? What are you going to do? How are you going to support yourself? I was scared for my life. That's what got me sober. You know? What got me healthy was I was scared for my life. It took my doctor looking at me and going, we're not screwing around with this stuff anymore. Like, you know, this is not funny. Like, this is serious. The battery is The battery is flashing at me, and we're almost at the 30-minute mark. Let me put another battery in to end this vlog, and then, so I will be back in 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. Do you guys want to see the tripod fall and watch? This is what happens. Every leg that I click into place, listen. It's not clicking into place. Why not? Oh, shoot. Why is this one not clicking into place? There. Then the other one goes, then another one goes down. Another one bites the dust. And I don't have this thing. Why is this moving so much? Is this the old tripod? Maybe I have the old tripod tonight. Maybe I grabbed it by accident. I'm like thinking. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think that's what, well, I know the doctor is what got me on track. Because I was like, my husband's 12 years younger than me. We like to travel. There's a lot of places we still want to go. I want to go to Ultra Music Festival every year. I'm huffing and puffing up the stairs. I didn't really talk about it at that time because, well, I was so ashamed of it. I was so ashamed of it. And I had enough people shaming me for my weight anyway. We all know our own truth. You know what I mean? Like, we all know our own truth. But like, to go from upstairs to the bedroom, like, I was out of breath. Like, it wasn't good. And, I had some, I don't know. I was scared. I was like, here you've been given this chance at life, and you're not doing anything about it. Like, I don't know. I was like, you got to do something about it. Like, that's a scary situation, you know? Like, when you're sitting in a doctor's office and he's telling you, it's not like an if, it's a when, that these things are going to happen to you if you don't make some drastic changes in your life. I don't know. But I don't think there's anything wrong with making changes because you don't like how you look. Whether that's cosmetic or health-wise or clothing-wise. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting a nice outfit or a nice bag or spending money on that or a nice car or house, whatever you want, as long as that's your choice. I think for me, it's about being consumed with it. Like, I don't want to be consumed with it, you know what I mean? Because I've been consumed with that stuff at times in my life, and what I realized, it doesn't make me happy. So, like, when I stopped coloring my hair, what I realized was the freedom to jump in a pool and be out in the sun all day long felt a whole lot better than anybody thinking that my hair looked good brown. Then I was like, okay, and now reevaluating choices I've made in my life, not just that one, but lots of them, where I'm like, I was giving a lot of energy to what people thought about how I look. Think about what you think. I'm the one that has to look at myself in the mirror at the end of the day, you know? I don't know, I don't put that much thought into it anymore. Not in me getting, like, how I look or me getting ready. I mean, I still want to be the sex symbol for 2026. You think I'm joking about that partially, but a little bit. I'd love to be a sex. Come on now. You know what I mean? I love when I walk around, people are like, you look nice. Don't you like that? When people say that, I like that. You know? I like when somebody's like, you're a handsome man. That makes me feel good about myself. But I don't want to be focused on it, you know? But I have a lot of friends of mine be like, oh yeah, I went and got my Botox today. Oh girl, how'd it go? You know, or I did this, or I did that. More power to you. And there may become a point in my life where I decide that's what I want. You know, I might decide that I want to start doing that, or my husband has already talked about how he's going to get his facelift. I'm like, get a facelift. You know, he's like, but do you want a facelift? I'm like, no. And then one day, where were we? I was looking at my neck. And I was like looking at it, I was telling Tanya this, and I was like, it does make me look so much younger though. But no, I'm not getting into it. I'm scared to death of going under the knife. Like, that's the thing. When the rumors come out that I've had plastic surgery, first of all, honey, I better look 100 times better, okay? Number two, you can look at the ass. Because I can tell you right now, if I was going to get anything done, and I would not because people are dying from it, I'd be getting one of those Brazilian butt lifts. No, I'd be like, boom. Listen, I've had a real good ass most of my life. It's still good, but it's not as perky as it used to be. You know, I had a perky ass most of my life. That'd be the first thing I get done. I wouldn't be messing with my face. That scares me. It does, though. No, true, it does. Have you seen people, they mess with their faces, and then, you know, like, they hit a nerve or something like that? Like, that shit scares me. I'm like, no, I'm perfectly fine looking how I do. I can look old and haggard. That's fine. I don't mind it. I don't. You know, I have to be honest with you, like, I'm kind of, like, I've always been this too, like, it was so sad to me watching the America's Next Top Model thing when the woman was talking about having to get her gap between her teeth fixed. And then, like, the next season, they, like, gave the girl a gap. I've always thought gaps in teeth are sexy. Sandra Bernhardt back in the day, I love her gap in her teeth. I think those are the things that make us different. You know, like, I have looked at some of my friends, no, I'm being serious about this, that have, like, these wrinkles in their face. I'm like, they just have, like, the most intriguing wrinkles. I think instead of trying to fix everything so we look like this almost perfect version of what we see in our minds that looks like everything else we've seen, maybe instead step into it and embrace our differences. Wouldn't that be more beautiful? Either way, I'm not spending what days I have left on this earth trying to keep up with it all. I'll do the best I can, but back in the day, I spent so much time trying. I'd be like, okay, you gotta fix that hair. I rewash my hair. Have you done this? I'm sure you have. You fix your hair and then you're like, I don't like it. And you rewash or conditioner your hair just to redo it again because you used some product you didn't like in your hair because you tried that product for the very first time. I'm not ever doing that again. No, that's what it looks like for the night. You done fucked up, use that product and go on with your day. It's just not that deep. I hear you, God. I always tell the dogs that. I said that it's just God's tears and that's God playing. He's bowling right now. He just got a strike. Did your parents ever say that? I think my grandma said that to me and Caroline. But anyway, okay, so last night, this conversation was probably so boring to you guys. I'm sorry. That has gone on forever. Should I watch the Poltergeist movies? The second one was with that old man. It really freaks me out. Anyway, last night, I watched Suddenly Amish and took notes. Of course the show is getting really good at the end. Judah's mom came to visit. He really wants to stay, but he's like afraid that they're gonna not accept him because he's bisexual. Is any of the show real? Like, I really can't tell if they're really good actors or if, like, they're just really real people. But, like, the show is so fake, but I don't care. I love it. And then after that, I wanted to watch Dead of Winter. Tanya, Nikki, and I can't remember who the other person is. Who was I talking to with one of my sober friends? My sponsor celebrated 30 years yesterday. 30 years sober. So I was so proud of her. Anyway, I think I forgot to mention that on my vlog yesterday. Oh, I have a new channel to recommend to you guys. Not of mine, but of somebody that I found. So anyway, so yeah. So I'm 31 and Tanya and my sponsor are both 30. I love my sponsor. She's literally a gift from God, honest. I mean, she saved my life. But anyway, what was I going to say? Okay, so Nikki and Tanya, and I can't remember who the other person was, sober friend of mine, told me that Dead of Winter with Emma Thompson was stupid. Well, we got in snow yesterday, and I was like, wanting to drink a cup of hot coffee. I was going to watch a TV show like School Spirits, but I was like, I want to watch a movie to review. So I was really going to go over to Tubi, and I was going to watch some 80s movie or something. And I was like, no, let's watch this Dead of Winter. Everybody told me it was so bad. And Nikki even was like, she's like, the acting was so bad in it. I was like, Emma Thompson? No, it can't be. It's pretty bad. I did my review today. It was bad. It was not. I like the backstory to it. So it's about, okay, this woman, she's going to this lake, Emma Thompson, in northern Minnesota. She's going to this lake. Her husband's died, but she don't know why she's going to this lake. She gets stuck in a blizzard, and she goes to this cabin to get directions to this lake. While she's at this cabin, she realizes that somebody's in trouble, okay? That's all I'm going to tell you. So it's her, like, trying to save this person that's kidnapped that run from this crazy couple as well. But then the whole thing goes back and forth. It's very, I mean, it doesn't go back and forth. It's real short periods where it shows like her and her husband meeting and their life together. I like that part. It's really about this woman grieving to the backstory of like her up there at this lake and trying to save this girl. And really, what's the meaning of life and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. It just kind of doesn't work. I was kind of surprised Emma Thompson took this role, if you want to know the truth. But I watched that. And then I started watching season 2 of Paradise. You guys, Tanya told me, she goes, I said, I'm going to wait till it's all out. She goes, you need to start watching it now. It's that good. I go, is it really? So I started watching it last night. I feel like this is Laura coming down her driveway. Hold on a second. Is she going down the street? Where's she going? This is Laura. I think she's got euchre tonight. It is Laura. What time is it? Yeah, I think she's got euchre at 9. Anyway, so How do Laura and I know each other's schedules completely? So anyway, somebody sent me that thing, and it was so funny. It was like this guy, and he's like, now that's Don, but Don doesn't go to work until 8 o'clock in the morning. Listen, you sit on your front porch long enough, you know everybody's schedules. So I watched Dead of Winter, and then I was going to watch one of those shows. No. I watched Dead of Winter, and then I watched, because Tanya told me to watch Paradise. So I started watching it last night. Shailene Woodley, is that who it is from Fault in Our Stars? She is in, was she in those Divergent movies too? I don't really know much about her, except she was in Fault in Our Stars. So she's in season 2 of it. I just watched the first half of season 2, or first half of episode 1, season 2. This will not ruin it for you, because it literally starts this way. Okay, so not anybody say I'm ruining a TV show. But it starts at Graceland. I was like, this is such genius writing, what they're doing. I mean, it doesn't just start at Graceland. Like Graceland, like, you know, Elvis's house. When you start watching it, you'll be like, because, like, what happens, well, it's interesting, because from the first season's, like, what happens from, like, the insider's perspective. This is, like, from the outsider's perspective, because they don't really know what happened. I don't want to say more than that, because I don't want to ruin it for anybody, because it's like a surprise. But I love it that it takes place in, but at that point it was getting late. I was like, you need to go to bed, because I talked on the phone, and then I watched Suddenly Amish, took notes, Dead of Winter, took the dogs out about 16 times between them. They were hyped up last night. They finally fell asleep when I was watching Paradise, and then I finally went to bed, and then I read in bed for a little bit, and then I got up today and filmed videos. So yeah, so now I'm going to go inside, and all my other videos are uploaded, and I'm going to upload this vlog. And then, I don't know, just relax for a little bit. I've got my hair appointment tomorrow. Oh, this channel that I want to tell you guys about. I don't know how this came up for me. One of their videos is getting recommended to a lot of people, because somebody said, why is this video in my algorithm or something? Okay, it's a movie review channel. Hold on a second. I think it's called Flicks Chicks. Hold on a second. Where is it at? Here was the snow the other night. You guys want to see? I don't know if you can see it or not. That was at night. Okay, the channel is called, I'm almost positive it's Flicks Chicks. Is that it? No. Why am I not seeing? Here it is. Flick Chicks. F-L-I-C-K Chicks. They have 32,000 subscribers, but probably more than that now. Tanya Jean's calling me right now. Probably more than that now. It's these two old women that go see movies, not older, they're like in their 60s. Two older women that like are friends. They worked on this college campus together. One of them's retired. I think the other one's retired now too. They've had the channel for a while. They go and see like several movies a day, and then they sit in their car and they do reviews. This one that I saw, their third friend was sitting in the background. All they do, they just come out of the movie theater and they sit in their car and they just talk about these movies. They're like not serious. It is so if like Tanya Jean and I like went and saw a movie and then just sat in the car and talked about it. I love their channel. Go check it out, Flick Chicks. Okay, I'm gonna get off here now. I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Tuesday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys, and of course I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. With new hair. Bye. Love you. Maybe brown. It might be brown tomorrow. I don't know. Bye. Love you.